So we're going to be playing two games this evening. And the first game says, the devil says. And if you want to play this game, you have only one rule. The rule is, do as the devil says or you lose. Do you understand? Now, the devil says, raise up your right hand. The devil says, drop your right hand. The devil says, raise up your left hand. Drop your left hand. Why are you dropping your left hand? The devil says you drop your left hand. Okay. The devil says, fold your right hand. Drop your right hand. Why are you dropping your right hand? Did the devil say you should drop your right hand? Do you understand the game, round? Okay. The devil says, smile. The devil says, open your teeth while you are smiling. The devil says, raise up your right hand again. Drop your hand down. Why are you dropping your hand down? Don't you listen? Don't you get it? It says, drop your right hand down. The devil says it's not over for crying and temptation. The devil says you will stop crying when he tells you to stop crying. The devil says you will walk when he tells you to walk. The devil says you will laugh when he tells you to laugh. The devil says you will leave the room when he tells you to leave the room. So stop asking. If you want to play this game, you abide by my rule. And the only rule says, do whatever the devil says. The devil says, speak to your neighbor when he asks you to speak to your neighbor. The devil says, speak to your neighbor now. Why aren't you speaking to your neighbor? You chose to play this game, so how dare you not abide by the rule? How dare you? The devil says it's not over for trials and temptation. The devil says you are not listening, and those people who don't listen don't become successful in this life. You, yes you. The devil says pick up that bag. The devil says steal the bag. The devil says carry it, no one is looking. The devil says run away. The devil says silence. Silence. The devil says silence now. The devil says you have 20 minutes to laugh. Oh, you are laughing. The devil says cry now. The devil says cry. Cry harder. Cry more. The devil says cry harder. The devil says it's time for suffering and temptation. The devil says prophesy failure to yourself. Oh, you don't want to prophesy failure to yourself, right? There will be a punishment for that. The devil says it's time for suffering. We have only one rule in this game, and it says do as the devil says. The devil says it's time for suffering, because if you cannot handle suffering now, how will you handle suffering in your jail cell, which is hell? The devil says you refer to him as Satan now. The devil says stand up. Are you deaf? Don't you hear that? It says you should refer to him as Satan now. Satan says sit down. Satan says know your place. Satan says you will do whatever I say you should do. Satan says stand up. Satan said I am the one in charge. Satan says you are only valuable when you are able. Satan says you are not relevant. Satan says you are not useful. Satan asks, who are you? Satan said it's time for me to take charge. Satan says you don't have a choice in this life. Satan says it is me and me alone. Satan says, oh, why are you raising up your hand? Drop it down. No time for questions for irrelevant people. Satan says you are alone. Satan says no one is with you. Satan says no one is coming. Satan says it is me over you. That's the first game, right? Do you believe some people still go by this rule? Some people still go by the devil's rule. Now let's move to the second game. The second game says, what did Jesus say? Jesus, remember in the beginning of the game I said, you have two options, life and death. Choose it this day you want. I choose life. And what did Jesus say? Jesus says you are the light of the world. Jesus says it's time for you to shine. Jesus said, I am the vine and ye are the branches, and nobody comes to me except for me. Somebody comes to the Father except for me. Jesus said you are loved. Jesus said you are chosen. Jesus said I will send a comforter to you to be with you in the times of trouble. Jesus said I am the beginning and the ending. Jesus said ask and it shall be given unto you. Jesus said seek and ye shall find. Jesus said knock and the door shall be opened unto you. Jesus said I am Yahweh. Jesus said I am that I am. Jesus said I am the beginning and the end. Jesus said you are God, so how dare you not prophesy? Jesus said you are my child. Jesus said you are my own. Jesus said you are sons and daughters. Jesus said you are holy nation, a peculiar people. Jesus said I will send you Yeshua Mashiach. Jesus said I will be with you in the light. I will lead you through the darkness. Jesus said he will prepare a table before you, the presence of your enemy. Jesus said you should command the devil. He said speak to the devil and he will flee. Jesus said he will give you seats among kings and not among among men. Jesus said he will give you the leg to run. In your time to crawl, he will give you the time to crawl. In your time to run, he will give you the grace to fly. Jesus said, speak to the devil and he will hear. So I'm on Jesus' side. And guess what? It is me against the devil now. So it is what Oluchi says. Oluchi says to the devil, keep short. And he must keep short. Oluchi says to the devil, you don't have the right to torment me again. And he doesn't have the right to torment me again. Oluchi said, I am God's own and you dare not talk to me. Oluchi said, I am commanding you now and you will follow my commands. Oluchi said, you cannot have any right over me again. Oluchi said, I'm the graced daughter of God. Oluchi said, I am loved. Oluchi said, I get God for my side. Gidigba. Oluchi said, I am who God says I am. Oluchi said, I am God's own. Oluchi said, I am God's peculiar people. So how dare you command me? Brethren, this is for all of you who the devil have been moving up and down. I urge you this evening to know that you get back in. You get back in. And most of you don't know you are God's, and there is power in your tongue. So you can speak to. Whenever the devil tells you that you are not wanted, tell the devil I am loved. Whenever the devil tells you are not valuable, tell the devil Jesus loves me. Whenever the devil tells you you cannot do it, speak to the devil and tell the devil I can do it through Christ that strengthens me.